Trees are medium to large plants with a wide range of uses. They are appreciated for shade, foliage, seasonal flowers, or shape. This presentation will introduce the care requirements for trees. Plant descriptions of 30 trees commonly found in Central Florida will be provided in 2 separate additional videos. Trees are woody perennials that usually grow for many years. They vary in form and can be rounded, upright, spreading, weeping, or standard tree form. Most trees are medium to large. Some will lose leaves during dormancy while others remain evergreen year-round. There are also semi-deciduous trees that will seasonally lose only some of their leaves. The plants discussed in this category are all dicots, and there are very few, if any, monocot trees. Trees are highly valued in the landscape. They are beautiful and can increase the value of a property. Plan for trees as thoroughly as possible because they are usually permanent. Established trees are usually expensive or difficult to remove. Most are tolerant of Florida's sandy soil, but enriching the site can help performance. Some species will require special care, so check to be sure there are no particular watering or fertilizing requirements. Some trees require seasonally cooler weather as provided in North and Central Florida. However, certain more tropical species might be damaged by frost or freezes. Be sure to understand the spacing, moisture, and sunlight requirements for the species desired when selecting plants for the landscape. Select sites that are 15 to 20 feet away from a home and keep away from septic systems and drainage pipes. Plant only small trees underneath overhead wires and utility lines. Make calls to electric, telephone, and cable companies and have underground cables and lines marked so that you will not cut wires or interrupt service. See the following slide for height and spacing recommendations. Large trees should be kept at least 50 feet from utility lines, medium trees at least 30 feet from utilities, and large palms should be at least 20 feet away from utilities. Most trees are grown from cuttings, seeds if readily available, or by grafts. Be sure that atmospheric and soil moisture are correct for starting cuttings or grafting. Seeds are started in containers or cell packs and transplanted when they are mature enough. When transplanting begins, make sure the planting hole is wider than the root ball with similar depth. Be sure the soil is the correct moisture level for the species selected and enrich the soil if desired. Fill the hole with water and soil at the same time if possible, then create a 4 to 6 inch berm of soil around the outer edge of the root ball to catch and direct water to the root system. Last, add 3 to 4 inch mulch layer starting at the outer edge of the root ball. Trees need water most when they are first planted. Roots should be thoroughly watered in during or immediately after planting. A berm can be used and ground to conserve water and direct soil moisture to the root ball. When plants begin to grow and roots are established, water can be reduced to an as-needed basis. Mulching helps retain soil moisture, and soaker hoses or micro-irrigation should be used if possible. Early morning watering directed at the roots via soaker hoses or micro-irrigation is best to reduce moisture loss. A balanced fertilizer can be used for trees to encourage new growth, root development, and flowering. Time-release applications are sometimes preferred for ease of use. Plants can be fertilized when newly planted or leaf color fades. Newly planted trees can be fertilized in spring and fall, and additionally in summer if needed, and established plants rarely require fertilizing. Composted manure can be added to the planting hole and over mulches. Fresh manure should be composted or tilled into the planting site months prior to planting. Do not rake in or move mulch to fertilize. Scout routinely, especially newly planted trees. Common pests are grasshoppers and caterpillars, which chew holes in leaves, aphids, which attack new growth in flower buds, and scale, which suck nutrients and weakens the plant. When trees are young, most insects can either be hand-removed or treated with Bacillus thuringiensis, a properly labeled synthetic product, or natural oil and soap sprays. Follow all label instructions. Control major infestations by removing infected growth. Cultivars and rootstocks with nematode resistance should be selected for grafting. Fertilize, irrigate, and prune effectively to decrease likelihood of pest and disease issues. Trees will need direction and renewal. This can be achieved by pruning or deadheading. Pruning promotes growth in the desired direction or shape, such as from a walkway or into a standard tree form. It is also used on an annual basis to stimulate growth, prevent lankiness and overcrowding, and remove dead, infected, or damaged parts of the plant. Be sure to know the appropriate times of year to prune to avoid damaging the plant or removing potential new growth or flower buds. Mulch should be periodically refreshed around trees to retain moisture and improve soil health over the long life of the plant. This concludes the introduction and general care requirements for trees.